Hello, San Francisco, and welcome once again to the Angelic Troublemakers. I'm your host, Alan Jones, and on today's program, I'd rather be stupid. Today, I'm bringing you this program based on a tweet I received a couple of days ago, which was in response to a somebody posted on Twitter the Golden State Warriors' new arena. Chase Center is about to open up. And if you have followed my program for any length of time, you will know that I did everything I possibly could to stop this building from becoming a basketball arena for the Golden State Warriors. Well, I had sent out a tweet, and the tweet at the time said 40 days until I'm no longer an NBA fan. Well, in the tweet, I received a response. And the response was, "You're going to stop being an NBA fan just because the Warriors are moving to San Francisco?" And the person responded, "That's stupid." So then I responded to him and we went back and forth for a little bit. And it was obvious we were not on the same page. And I couldn't get him to understand where I was coming from. But I decided to share with you why uh, I'd rather be stupid than follow NBA ever again. Now, I've been an NBA fan for quite some time. I've been a Warriors fan longer than I've been an NBA fan. It was 1975 during the playoffs that I became a fan of the Warriors and followed them pretty closely. I've been to my share of games in Oakland at the now or the Oracle Arena, and I just loved basketball. It wasn't my first sport, but I love basketball. I love all sports, but football, baseball, and basketball, not in that order, were my three top sports. Now, uh, then there came a time, I must be getting old or something. Well, I know that there's racism in every sport. I just was reading how some black hockey player was talking about racism in hockey, and he was being supported by his white uh, teammates and saying, "Yeah, yeah, it is." So I know there's racism in every sport. Why? I don't know. But the fact that I believe that sports have really helped reduce the level of racism in this country for sure. I always picked up on certain things about different sporting events and how it brought the races together. Well, then there came a time where I just things started to be more and more distasteful. And I can handle a little bit of racism. I can't handle this much. And so what I've noticed is in the sports that I like, there's a growing amount of racism being just blatantly put out to where I'd rather be stupid and than to sit in front of a TV and claim like it ain't there. And quite frankly, I would be stupid under those conditions. But the fact of the matter is, when this person responded, it was a stupid reason. Well, though I'm in day 35 of my countdown to no longer being a sports fan, there's a little bit of reason behind it all that is so distasteful. The Golden State Warriors have been in Oakland for 47, 48 years, and they were once in San Francisco. But why did they leave San Francisco? They left San Francisco because San Francisco refused to build them an arena after the team moved here from Philadelphia. 9 years, the owner of the Golden State Warriors, or at the time, San Francisco Warriors, was trying to get the city to build them an arena. And the mayor in 1971, no. So the owner had no choice but to look for a bigger venue because he was going broke. So he basically, the Warriors were pushed out of San Francisco and they found a home in Oakland. And so, hey, I get that. So for 47 years, the Golden State Warriors have been in Oakland, and even in when they were having horrible seasons, they were supported by the community over there. Well, in 2010, when the team was sold again, I think the fourth ownership on the West Coast, the owner, Joe Lacob and company, had big plans. And these big plans included championships and a new arena. Well, when they said they were going to do championships and a new arena, I believed the new arena more than I believed the championships. Well, now they got both. So, why is it that I am upset? Well, the point is, I didn't like the way San Francisco, which lost the San Francisco 49ers to Santa Clara, and City Hall pitched a fit over the 49ers moving out of San Francisco. But the tactics that caused the 49ers to leave San Francisco were the same tactics San Francisco employed to get the Warriors to come over here. Well, if you didn't like what was done to you, why are you going to do the same thing to someone else? So I realized, well, I'm not into that. And then, to add insult to injury, there's the fact that it was a black community that the 49ers were moving away from. And I think they should have stayed. 5 Super Bowls, 6 appearances, headquarters to 6 Super Bowls, and the owner said, this don't work for us anymore. No, the owner didn't like being next door to the most impoverished area of San Francisco. So she cried her way out of the city. Well, I saw the racist writing on the wall in that. And then to see what Oakland was doing, the San Francisco was doing to Oakland by taking from a black community just to make itself look better, that too was distasteful. I couldn't handle it. And to top it all off, this arena is right next door to something that is unimaginable. An 18,000 seat arena is right next door to a hospital. Now, do you see this scruffy looking gentleman? I took this picture off of Twitter. It's an Examiner, San Francisco Examiner uh, article, advertisement, I guess, from this week. And if you notice the top, it says, Benioff says Mayor Breed must take responsibility for anticipated Chase Center traffic jams. Now, let me tell you a little bit of story here. The reason the Warriors are able to have a traffic jam at 3rd and 16th Street in San Francisco is because this scruffy little gentleman, Mark Benioff, he, if I can go back, see off to the right, that big building that looks like a missile? He's the owner of that building. He's a billionaire. And Mark Benioff, he's the one who sold them the land. Now, I'll grant it, he sold it to them at a loss. But the fact of the matter is, Mark Benioff sold the Warriors the property before Mayor Breed was mayor. And he's saying that she should take responsibility for the traffic. Give me a break. How silly is that? Well, when you really look at the whole situation, it's an issue of white privilege acting silly. And I can't be a part of it. And so the whole situation about me claiming I'm no longer a fan of NBA. Oh, I'll always be a fan of the NBA, but I'll never watch an NBA game as long as the Warriors play in that new arena. I can't do that. My conscience will not allow me, and my integrity will not allow me to jump up and down, hoot and holler, and get all excited about a basketball game when I believe that the owners disrespected the black community just to get what they wanted, and the city of San Francisco helped them out in every way, shape, and form just because they were covetous enough to do it, disrespecting a black community in Oakland just for all of this. I can't do that. I'd rather be stupid in that man's word. In actuality, I'd be stupid to turn a blind eye to the whole situation. But the issue gets a little bit easier for me. And why does it get a little bit easier for me? Do you see the title of this New York Times article? Sick migrants undergoing life-saving care can now be deported. This young lady, I can't pronounce her name, God forgive me, is in one Benioff UCSF Children's Hospital. She's an adult now. She was brought to this country from Guatemala. And while she has suffered from a rare condition that leaves her unable to walk, and she needs transfusions every week. Under the Donald Trump presidency, he is sent her a letter saying that she has to get out in 33 days. Now, that's hard. And the fact that not only is it hard, she's not the only one. While watching a Rachel Maddow program, not a fan, my sister is, this lady was talking about a woman who's going through a second heart transplant is being kicked out under this Donald Trump maneuver. This young man, Trump administration seeks to deport children with life-threatening illnesses. Now, this is so disturbing. These issues, now these people are across the country, but the fact of the matter is right across the street from the Warriors Chase Center is life-saving medical research, a children's hospital that gives life-saving support to some kids that they're gonna die. And this country has the nerve enough under Donald Trump, just because they're not U.S. citizens, to kick them out under a new order that's coming from the top. Now, what the issue is apparently there have been some medical research issues, cancer, you name it, all these life-threatening things, that if a person from another country came here, the United States wasn't going to make them jump through hoops the way most others do to stay here. And the fact that they and their families were staying here for this medical treatment. Well, Donald Trump is trying to maneuver around and get out of doing anything to help somebody from another country for some strange reason. Now he has caught up in this kid's cystic fibrosis, heart condition, and I cannot pronounce the name of what this young lady is going through. It's like 20 letters long, so forgive me. Mark Benioff, he's put in more than $100 million on several of these hospitals. He donated them to where they're Benioff UCSF, San Francisco, and I believe this young lady is in Oakland's Benioff Children's Hospital. She's been a patient there for probably 18 years. And the research that she has basically been a part of has helped save the lives or extend the lives by more than 10 years for others with such a rare form of disability or illness. And so I do understand that Benioff could get some credit for the fact that he's putting his money where his mouth is when it comes to medical research. But the fact that San Francisco has saw its way to wiggle in, can you imagine these young people, the three that I mentioned, are under the threat of getting out of the country? Oh, I think one's in Boston, but these three people are three of more than 1,000. And before the beginning of Chase Center's opening, which was a scandal in itself, building it right across the street from a hospital, and the traffic to get to the hospital is going to be hampered because of the fact that there's going to be thousands of people on the streets of San Francisco at this building when people are trying to get medical assistance right across the street. The issue that Benioff is upset with was they did a trial run of the time to get ambulance to the area. And in the one trial, it took twice as long as normal for an ambulance to arrive to where it was supposed to be, you know. And that's why this article was put together, and this man's trying to blame the mayor for the traffic problem. If he hadn't sold them the land, the Warriors probably be still in Oakland. So there's a whole host of things that are coming together. And as they're coming together, I can't imagine myself being a fan when my city has disrespected its neighbor, Oakland, and my president is disrespecting people in life-saving research because of the fact that they're not citizens. And then I am supposed to look the other way and just cheer on my favorite team? Oh, no, no, no. I can't be involved with that. Am I stupid? I mean, I'd rather be stupid, but I'm not that stupid. So, to answer this person's question, the question was, to question why I would not want to watch NBA basketball is because I see all kinds of other silly stuff on there that is clouding my ability to enjoy what's going on. I'm trying to enjoy a game. And you might as well have some clown standing in front of the TV. When you look at the fact that all of this is going on right across the street from medical research. They had no respect for a hospital that's trying to help struggling individuals navigate through the vicissitudes of life. They're basically people who just got short end of the stick. And we are trying to celebrate right across the street. I say that the NBA and all people who are in the medical field should look at Chase Center. I think the first preseason game is October 5th. But the fact of the matter is, I think that we should all, at least, though I'm giving up basketball based on the fact that I don't like how the Warriors came from Oakland to San Francisco. The point is, you can't get me to be a bigger fan by bringing the team 11 miles closer to me. But think of the medical research that's going on across the street. There are people who, under the Donald Trump presidency, across the street, are going to be asked to leave. And so, for all of the people who are thinking, well, I just don't understand it, well, I guess that's the way it is. But I'd rather be stupid, was my response, is my response to somebody who's saying, why don't you want to watch basketball? I don't want to watch basketball because I can't enjoy it because of racism in San Francisco and racism from our president that is denying people the right to medical research in a country that really doing its job. I might want to turn out. Anyway, there's a issue. My goodness. Uh-oh, folks. My equipment is on the blink. There's a issue where a Kansas young man, 7 years old, I don't remember. He had autism and he was going into the second grade. He must have been 7. And he started to cry. Little white boy. And what had happened was a little black boy noticed that he was crying. And so he grabbed him by the arm, or gently, of course, and basically guided him. The little boy, the mother of the little white boy, saw the situation and took a picture. And the picture went viral because she was so touched that this little black boy who he did not know, the two little kids didn't know one another, but he noticed that he was having a tough time with school. And he just took him by the hand. That is the spirit that we need. Until next time.